Alright, well, I don't know why I'm zooming in on these chickens, but, I walk out the back door and they come out because I normally throw them a handful of cat food, and I don't know why they like cat feed, because the cats really don't like chicken feed, but anyhow, a few weeks ago, I made a video about my truck and how I was going to work on my truck, and I was moving into the garage, and then it became nothing but a workbench. But I got sidetracked because I had to cut out the old rusty floor in this trailer, which then led to me finding that it had some rusted framework and reinforcing that and then putting a coat of paint on it. Thus, I then had to move my efforts to this. Now, why did I move my efforts to this? Well, about a year and a half ago, I bought this bush hog, and yes, it is an actual bush hog brand bush hog, because I know generically they're all called bush hogs. But anyway, there you have it, okay? I picked it up a year and a half ago to use with my 1951 case SC tractor, because it is a drawbar pulled implement. It was in pretty good shape once I blasted layers of caked on old grass off of it, but I discovered I needed to replace the inner wheel bearings. Alright, and I found the bush hog dealer, Hendricks Equipment in Savannah, was useless, because bush hog really doesn't go that far back in their parts guides, and when I tried to explain to the guy that it was a pull type or a drawbar pulled implement, he was absolutely clueless. He had no idea they ever made anything that wasn't made for a 3-point hitch. Anyhow, thanks to some people on an internet forum, I was able to source the extended race bearings I needed to replace the bearings. Now, where am I going with this? Well, this was parked back there. This was covered with a tarp. Over the winter, I discovered some rodents had collected leaves and made a nest under this implement, which then caused my dogs, which are only doing their job, to go crazy clawing away to try to get at these rodents. Thus, I knew, and I've had this trailer for years, and I remember the wiring for the taillights and the electric brakes on the rear axle was sagging a little bit because all the original clips had come loose. And it was one of those, yeah, I get to that one day kind of things. Well, what happened is my dogs, in their quest to eradicate the rodents and protect the property, they managed to rip all the wiring out. Well, what happened is I discovered the original wiring to the back side of these wheels. The manufacturer used Scotch locks wadded up in electrical tape, which is the worst kind of wiring connection you can ever have. And because the wire was broken here at the back of the brake drum, I ended up having to remove the brake drums, which then led to me noticing that, I probably need to replace the shoes, and I probably need to repack those bearings before I haul anything of significant weight. So, anyway, that in a giant, rambling, roundabout way is why I haven't got any work done on my truck. And what do you girls think? Well, I don't have any feed in my hands, so they just aren't thinking at all right now. Well, let me get something. Let me see if I can come up with something here. And here we go. She's like, what the hell is that? Those are sunflower seeds. Oh, they're not that bad. Oh, they're not bad at all. Hey, you, do you want some?